Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, talking to you today about the God frequency and the frequency of God or creation within life. Now, an important thing to realize when we're talking about creation within life, creation is not it's not only the physical act of creation in the physical existence. Creation starts in the quantum realm. Do you sort of get it? So when we're understanding the frequency of God, what we are understanding is the frequency of conscious thought and the frequency of conscious awareness. Conscious awareness is the conscious choice on what is seen, or so to speak, which waveform collapses. Do you sort of get it? So conscious awareness is what I look at. When I look around me, I am choosing and selecting specific information to see. Do you sort of get it? So understand this, when I look forward, I cannot look back simultaneously. I have to choose either forward or back. There's one outcome. Do you sort of get it? I can walk forward one step, look back, and then walk forward a second step and look back, but they are singular actions. So understand this, when we are talking about conscious awareness in life and becoming conscious and present in life, what we are talking about is refusing to see and entertain the negative aspects to you in life, and to choose to exist within and see the positive, unless you want to live a negative life. If you want to live a negative life and be upset and be a victim and all of this, all you do is you just don't take accountability, and you just let yourself just subconsciously focus on everything negative and just enjoy life. Don't stress. But should you want to have a conscious life where you don't have to suffer what others perceive as being negative just because they choose to suffer? Do you sort of get it? Suffering is a choice in life. Others may try to put over you and sort of, so to speak, dominate you and force suffering on you, but in essence, you are the only one that creates suffering within your experience. So should you experience suffering in life, that is because consciously or unconsciously, you have allowed yourself to choose to suffer in life. This is the final aspect of Mindset March, where we're understanding that choice is the determining factor on the collapsing of the wave function and the creation of what was in the quantum state into the physical state. Do you sort of get it? What I choose to focus on, what I choose to decide to do, what I choose, my actions will be. Do you sort of get it? Like whatever I choose. Should I choose to see someone saying something mean to me as being, I am being attacked, I am choosing the outcome of being on the defense of an attack. Do you sort of get it? However I want to choose to see it, but also my actions, my decisions, my behaviors are all choices. Should someone do something that I do not like, do I choose to get angry? Or do I choose to not care? Do I choose to see it as them acting however they want to act? Do you sort of get it? What am I choosing? Where do I choose to look in life? Am I looking at everything negative that is being spewed? Am I focusing on all the corruption and the negativity in life and dreaming that one day it won't be if I focus on it hard enough? Do you sort of get it? It's egotistical. It's egotistical to focus on what you don't want in life and then profess you want to live the life you want. That's fucking egotistical as shit. And that's why 99.99% of people in life are egotistical fucks. Like, that's just the the truth of my observation. So don't stress. Ego is not a negative thing. It's only a negative thing when you allow ego to believe it is all. Do you sort of get it? Our ego is how we function in this world. If I want to walk anywhere in the world, like if I want to walk forward, I have to have a position of starting from. The ego is the representation of the physical self in the mental state. The ego is not the mental state. Do you sort of get it? It is one small aspect of the physical experience of the mental state. Do you sort of get it? So if you allow your ego to try and control your life and determine the rules of your life, you will never truly know what it is to experience a whole life, because the ego only understands and perceives part of life. Ever wonder why your emotions scare you so much? Ever wonder why you fear emotional hurt and emotional trauma? Like, why do you think that is? Because the ego doesn't have control over your emotions. The only way the ego can control the emotions is to compartmentalize and to isolate and suppress, and only allow out a little bit. So while you may think within your ego you are experiencing all that life holds, you are only experiencing but a fraction. And that is the truth that the ego will never, ever let you know. That the ego is only 10% of your potential. Your true potential exists outside the ego. And the God frequency is the realization that consciousness is not just within my mind. Consciousness is all around me. My consciousness can perceive external to me. Do you sort of get it? Like, you ever wonder why it's so fun to be around certain friends that you connect with, and it amplifies the enjoyment and things like that? Like, there are many ways to experience this truth within life. But in essence, should you choose to experience and see a world outside of the ego, you cease being bound to the ego's will and need for the external to prove the internal. Do you sort of get it? For you to choose to collapse the wave function into the life that you dream of, rather than having the wave function collapsed into what you don't want and then being pissed off because it ain't what you're dreaming of. Do you sort of get it? You're doing it to yourself through your choices, your decisions, your actions, your behaviors, your thoughts, what you choose to focus on, what you choose to believe as being real, what you choose to do within this life. Do you propagate what everyone else has been doing for centuries, or do you choose different? Mindset march. Choose to be different. Choose who you want to be, and stop living as their lackey, as who they need you to be, so that their reality can stay in its positioning. Do you sort of get it? Like, if you don't like the government, do what the government does. Then the need for the government isn't there. Do you sort of get it? We don't need governments to operate healthcare. We don't need governments to operate law enforcement. We don't need governments to operate any of this bullshit. We can do it ourselves. But the downside is, you still think the government's needed because you don't want to pick up the shovel. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to take accountability and responsibility, because accountability and responsibility starts within you. And unless you take internal accountability and responsibility, we wouldn't need a police force if everyone took accountability for not harming other people. We wouldn't need healthcare or the healthcare system if people dedicated themselves to healthcare. Do you sort of get it? Like, community is all that there is. The government is the illusion of control of the community. But the community is where the core of the value is. So realize that. The healthcare system, the law enforcement system, all these different government organisations are people from the community. The downside is they think they set the rules for the community. That's the downside to external. When you give away your power of accountability and responsibility, someone tells you what you need to be accountable for. Someone tells you where your responsibilities lie. i.e., should a war with China be? Do you not think a draft will be for thee? Do you sort of get it? Like, if they choose to go in a war, they will just tell you it is your responsibility to go and fight in that war. Do you sort of get it? Not a war you chose, not a war I chose, not a war anyone else chose, a war they chose. Look at Donald Trump, look at Iran, like, it's literally them choosing conflict, them choosing chaos, and then we suffer at it, and then they tell us that it is our responsibility to suffer, and they get to make the decisions. Like, get it through your mind that, like, the only reason the oil price and the price of fuel goes up is because everyone agrees that there is a collective price. Do you sort of get it? So if someone fucks with one price, all prices go up, irrespective of the overall supply. i.e., we're about to go into a global financial crisis over 20% of the fuel reserve. Do you sort of get it? 20% of the market fuel reserve. So our market operating at 80% fuel is a crisis. That's fucking ridiculous. It should only be a regional crisis. But because of the way these people are, and the way we are giving them our power, we now suffer for their decisions that had no choice on us. Do you sort of get it? We don't get to decide if they go and create chaos. They create chaos, and then we have to pick up the pieces. So realize this, like what I'm talking about, Mindset March, getting your mindset ready, like getting your internal accountability and responsibility. When you decide to take accountability and responsibility for your position in this world, they cease to be. So take accountability. Become the person who you want, and don't make a need for police. Don't make a need for military. Do you sort of get it? Don't make a need for any of these organizations or systems. Like, if we all collectively work together in unison, we get the benefits. If we allow a select few to work on our behalf, they choose where those benefits go. And usually, it's not to you and it's not to me. So understand this. Mindset March impacts the world when you get your shit together.